We will be performing cool-down stretches now. An athlete should normally hold a stretch for about 15 seconds when it's a static stretch. But for the purpose of this demonstration, we will hold them for about 5 seconds. This stretch will be an overhead stretch with your arms over your head. There are 2 ways that you can do this stretch. You can go alternating, which will make it a dynamic stretch, which is moving. As you come up with one arm, you reach with your body, and you continuously move through the stretch. Or you can make this stretch a static stretch by bringing both arms above your head and holding the stretch for about 15 seconds. So Edmund and I will demonstrate both of them. So let's do 4 single arm stretches over your head. Good. 4. And then the last one, you're going to reach over your head with both arms. Good, nice and straight. Then you can push your hands together and press up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good job. The next stretch is the chicken wing, which is a tricep stretch. You're basically going to put your arm over your head and keep your hand right at about the base of your neck. You're going to reach with your other arm and grasp that elbow and pull down so that you begin to feel the stretch right in your triceps right here. And you would hold for about 15 seconds. So Edmund and I will do this for about 5. Ready? We're going to do the left one or the right one first. Stretch. Feeling it? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And switch. Try to bring that elbow behind your head. Try to bring that elbow behind your head. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. The next stretch will be your arm crossed across your body. So for this stretch, basically, you're just bringing your arm across your chest and you're pressing with your hand or with your forearm towards your chest, nice and softly. It's not necessary to pull that arm into your chest as hard as you can, because then you start to cause compression in this area, and that's not needed. So, Edmund, we're going to go right hand across or left hand across. You're going to grasp, and you go ahead and pull nice and softly, and just feel a soft pull in your back. Good. And then relax and switch. Good. Nice and softly. Perfect. Relax. An alternative way to do this stretch would be to place your arm onto your hand, and you'd be grasping the back of your wrist with your palm, and you would softly press your wrist into that hand in order to feel the stretch right here in your rhomboids. So this stretch may be a little difficult to explain to some people, but if you just softly press that hand into the other, instead of pulling it back towards your body, then you'll also feel the stretch. The next stretch will be a forward lunge with a focus on your hip flexors. So before, when we took our forward lunge, we were coming straight down. For this stretch, when you take your forward lunge, instead of coming straight down, you will now come forward in order to feel the stretch right in your hip flexor. That back leg will stay straight, and the heel will be off the ground in order to avoid stretching the calf. And you're just going to lean forward until you begin to feel the pull in your upper quad and your hip flexor. So sometimes people will need support in order to perform this stretch, which is totally fine. You can use a wall. Edmund here will be using my shoulders. Ready? And stretch. Good. And you're going to hold for about 5 seconds. Remember to hold for about 5 seconds. And up. Good job. Other leg. One. Good job. And normally we will be holding the stretch for about 15 seconds. For the purpose of these demonstrations, 5 seconds is sufficient. The next stretch we will be performing is a hamstring stretch with your legs crossed over the other. One thing that I've noticed that Edmund's been doing great throughout his stretches is that he's making sure to breathe. So that's another thing we want to remember to continue to do, especially throughout this stretch. We're going to cross one leg over the other, and you can take a good deep breath in as you are beginning to go down. You're going to let it out nice and slowly as you ease into that stretch. And you're going to hold for about 15 seconds. The longer you hold, the more you can ease into that stretch, the more benefit you will receive out of the stretch. Come back up. All right, you ready? Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Come out of it nice and slowly. Make sure you come back nice and slow. All right, as you come up. Same thing, other leg. You got it. Good job. Make sure you maintain that balance. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and slow. Come up, nice and slow. Don't come up too fast, okay? Good job. The following stretch will be a calf stretch. So this stretch will be performed with your hands and your feet on the ground. The athlete will go ahead and put their hands in the ground in about a push-up position. They're going to reach far back with that leg that they're going to be stretching, and the other leg can just come basically side by side to that leg. You want to be able to maintain that balance as you go through this stretch. Some people choose to put that foot over that heel. Personally, I do not prefer that. I like to make sure all of my 4 points can be on the ground in order to maintain balance. So right now, I'm trying to reach my heel to the ground with that back foot. Hold for about 15 seconds, then you can switch. And you're trying to reach that heel to the ground. If it starts to bother your shoulders, you can come up a little bit more, that's fine, and then just reach back with that heel. All right, you ready? Good. Put those hands on the ground, put those hands on the ground. Good job. And that front foot could come back a little bit more. Good. Just make sure you're balanced. And reach with that back heel. Good. Don't stretch too much, too fast. You want to ease into it. Good. And then you can go ahead and switch to that other leg. Good. Reach that heel to the ground. Good job. Perfect. Then you can come up and out of that stretch. Good job. The next stretch we will be performing is the pretzel. It is a spinal stretch. So the athlete will bring one foot over the other so that knee is bent and one leg is straight. That arm will go across their body on the opposite side of that thigh. And the athlete will also have this hand behind their body as they try to rotate to get their chest and their face to face in the opposite direction as they're pushing in that knee. So once they are about parallel with that leg that's straight, you can go ahead and hold that position for about 15 seconds. And then you just have the athlete switch sides, bring that knee around, and just rotating so your shoulders and your face are both parallel with that thigh. Are you ready, Evan? Go ahead, buddy. Make sure you keep that body nice and straightened up when you do this. So bring that elbow on the other side. Yes, sir. Get that with the hand back. There you go. Keep rotating as much as you can. Good. Try to keep that body nice and straight too. Good. Good job. Other side. Good. Good job. The next stretch is called the secretary, which is a stretch for your glutes. It will be performed in the same position as the pretzel. So the athlete will once again cross that foot over. Instead of bringing that elbow around the thigh, they're just going to hug the thigh and try to bring it into their chest. And as they pull that knee to their chest, they should begin to feel the stretch somewhere in their glutes in this area. And you would hold the stretch for about 15 seconds. Make sure you continue to breathe and that your body's nice and straight as you're performing the stretch. Ready, Evan? Got it. Good position. And bring that body in. Try to hug your whole knee up. There you go. Bring it close. Are you feeling it? Good. 3, 2, 1. Switch to the other side. Perfect. Good. Feeling it? You gotta keep pulling that into your chest. So more than just your leg, you want to make sure this is coming in too, up here. So instead of holding this right here, there you go, and then pull that in. Feeling it out? Good job. And sometimes, instead of bringing that knee up to your chest, pulling it across this way will do the same thing. All right? The only reason that I like to say across, like bringing it closer to your chest, is so that you feel it in more areas of your glutes. But as soon as you start bringing it across, you'll feel the pull right along the side of your leg. All right? The next stretch is called the butterfly, and this stretch is good for the groins and targets your inner thigh muscles. So the athlete will bring their feet together in this position. This stretch can be performed 2 different ways. The first one could be while pushing down on your thighs with your elbows, you will begin to feel the stretch in your groin. Or the athlete can, keeping their back straight, lean their chest forward towards their feet. If the athlete is really ambitious, he can push on his knees while leaning forward as well, but sometimes that gets to be a little intense. So Edmund will help us demonstrate both types of butterfly stretches. Ready? So the first one, pushing down on your thighs. Ready? And you would hold the stretch for about 15 seconds. Edmund's gonna hold for 3, 2, 1. Good job. And the next one, make sure you keep your back nice and straight to start. Good. And then just lean your body forward. And sometimes it's gonna be very difficult for the athlete to reach forward because the groins can be very, very tight. Good. This next stretch will also be the last stretch of this cool down exercises. Will be a laying quad stretch. The athlete will go ahead and lay on their side. The arm that's under them can be extended up in order to support their head. The athlete can keep that bottom leg straight or softly bent, and they're just going to reach with their hand to their ankle and slightly pull on that quad. And you would hold the stretch for about 15 seconds. Ready, Evan? Go ahead, buddy. Good job. And the athlete would rotate in order to get the other side for that stretch.